Seriously, you really telling me you can flip a domain in a day?
Well, generally, you're going to want to take a domain and actually spend some time, build up your content in it, and get some traffic to the site. That's something you could tell people when you go to list the domain as far as saleable assets. However, if you make a good website using the system that I was describing, where you build the entire site, get the content going in there, and produce it in a way that other people can run and manage it, you can flip domains daily. It's not a complex recipe. The high level, as you know, is pretty simple. We're building a good looking WordPress blog in a niche that has a solid name, and we're putting some content in there on auto drip so it's going to continue to draw attention from the engines. We got a series of plugins that we teach people about that gets you to the top of the engines and helps keep you there. And we have a methodology that helps you to build your list and increase your opt-ins so you can actually have some list building goodness going on as you make more products and more domains. Brother, yes. Yeah, you could sell a domain in a day.
That sounds, honestly, that sounds insane. How do you do that? How do you go about flipping a domain in such a short period of time?
Well, here's the deal. I've been in the web game, as you know, for over 15 years. I've been looking at what people are doing good and what people are doing bad. I'm looking at what people are charging a lot for and what people charge a little for. And you see people buying and selling domains all day long through the domain name aftermarket, through eBay, through Seidu, Afternics. There's lots of different monikers, different companies that exist for the purpose of buying and selling domains or websites. Have you been to flippa.com, for instance? You can actually just go to Flippa and flip sites. Now, here's what I found interesting on Flippa, Eloy. I was there, and most of the time I would see, hey, we got 20,000 page views a month, we want to charge this, or we have this amount of organic traffic, we sold this many dollars in products. But I noticed something. There are a series of domains that are popping up that when I do a who is lookup are less than 72 hours old sometimes, or never as long as a month. Now, these domains come in with no traffic stats. They have a few variables in common, kind of like the variables that we are already using, and just a subset of them. I noticed that they all had niche WordPress blogs with dripped content, and that a useful name. What we add to the mix is our unique ability to have the customizable PSD header graphics on these blogs we make. We got the unique content that we provide with our private label rights, and we have the plugins that helps push the search engines a little higher so we can earn more. The bottom line is these sites, when they sell for 300 bucks, are giving people an opportunity to have a business that they could run and they could build, and they could probably make thousands a year off of just of that. But the thing is, let's be real. What do I own now? Like 700 websites?
So, from my
So
understanding, you're looking at this and you're analyzing this and creating an optimal process.
that's exactly what I'm talking about. We're trying to make it simple. I've been screwing up in this for 15 years, okay? I brag about 15 years in the internet game, but between you, me, and anyone else who sees this, I've been losing a lot of money. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I learned what I did correct were a few minor things. Taking the steps, some of them I can't talk about here because if we share this video, I want people to know that there's a little bit more to it. However, the main points are simple: the catchy name, the WordPress blog, the useful search engine plugins, the dripped content, and the social aggregate. Oh, I'm starting to give it all away, man. We got to get people to buy the
Okay,
product.
okay. Well, this is a question that I know anybody, if we share this video, would want to ask because I'm wondering it. This all sounds pretty freaking incredible, but how easy is it to learn?
How easy? Well, I could do it. And now, seriously, how easy is it to learn? It's relatively simple. I go through step by step. I am walking people through this process through a series of easy to understand videos. I have an ebook they get, and I also have just this step by step they could put next to their screen as they use it. It's really easy. It's my recipe book that works. You know, I really believe that it's okay to make money in little crumbs at a time. You know, I see all these people telling me that they could flip domains for like $1 million. Well, great, good for them. I'd rather buy something for 10 bucks and sell it for several hundred or a few thousand and do it endlessly, wouldn't you?
Indeed, I mean, I would be happy flipping a domain in a day for just 200 bucks. I'd be impressed by that alone.
That'll teach you how to do. What you earn with it's up to you. But with your skills with art, you could probably do more than I'm doing with it. And I will be completely honest with you. My very first domain sale ever, my first domain sale ever, $10,000. Yeah, I kid you not.
Man, $10,000. I'd be on a boat.
Not, not all have been that lucrative. And I could definitely look forward to working with you on ones that could be potentially more lucrative than that. That wasn't even a developed site. That was a domain, just a pretty good name.
At this point, I'm actually honestly interested and intrigued to the point that I want to say, let me see it. Let's do it. Let's take it from start to end and flip a domain.
Well, my friend, I guess you'll be the first customer for Darren's domainingdogma.com. That's domainingdogma.com. I'm going to teach you the way, my friend, and I think you're going to enjoy this because, if anything, it's a hobby you could put a little bit of time into every day and earn money with every day if you choose to. You took a look at mine, the little ones I set up, then just 3 to 4 months of hanging out there kept growing in their value. So if you can get one that earns just a couple $100 in one day, but you saw the ones that I allowed to roll and started to show values of over $1,200 or $1,800 for a few months, it depends on your strategy. Are you going to go bearish or bullish on your domain market? That's up to you. I'd suggest you leverage your portfolio. Start off, set aside $100 to get started. Okay? You're going to want to get some domains, and you're going to want to spend a little time with them initially. But I would definitely spread them out. Do some for the long term, some for the short. See where you're at, because you're going to find your secret recipe, and I bet you're going to be telling me some things really soon.
That's awesome.
You ran out to GoDaddy, didn't you?
Indeed, I started looking up information on these things. I mean, I want to get into it as soon as possible. But I would ask a question that, honestly,
Yes.
anybody listening to this is probably thinking, if this is so lucrative, why are you being so crazy and sharing the information?
Seriously?
Seriously.
Well, I like to share, but I also learn from everybody. And I mean, you're my friend. I'm going to tell you this stuff, but you're saying, why am I taking this out to the world and just charging like next to nothing to teach this? Well, because that I learned from too. I know people are going to come back and tell me some secrets that they picked up, but I also know that we're at this little tiny point of a big giant bubble. We're at the next gold rush of the new computer revolution. Seriously, man, the land rush is on. Get your virtual real estate. Get out there. Blogs aren't dead. The internet's not going away. People are tweeting and blogging and communicating and reaching out and growing more than ever before. The niche blog industry is just barely at 2% of what it's going to be. Yeah, there's a lot of room to grow. Bring it.
Awesome. I'm ready.
Hope you're excited, man. I got to get going. I got a couple new products I'm developing, but thank you, Eloy.
Thank you.
Happy domaining.